Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are doing a Valentine's Day glam on a budget. This is a drugstore Valentine's Day glam. You do not need to spend $1 million to look hot, sexy, and stunning on Valentine's Day, whether it's for your partner, your girls, yourself, whoever it's for, you're gonna look hot, sexy, stunning on a budget. So let's get into it. First thing I'm going to do is skin prep, starting off with my favorite essence slash toner. This is the Excuse My Frank emulsioning. It is hydrating. It sits beautifully under makeup. It's calming on your skin, and it's $12 at Walmart. So perfect for the studio. I usually do my skin prep 10 minutes before I do my makeup. I do my eyebrows in the meantime, grab a drink, grab a snack, let my skincare and skin prep sit in. And since it is nighttime right now, I won't be using SPF, but I would if I were going out in the daylight. My favorite SPF right now is this one, actually, from La Roche-Posay. Very much almost out of it, but it is so good, and you can find it really cheap at Drugstore sometimes. You just have to look for the sale. My skin is so oily but dehydrated. For moisturizer today, I am just using my Tatcha water cream, which I know is not obviously part of the budget. However, you can use the Hydro Boost instead, and which I actually love as well. On top of all of that, we're going to go in with my favorite, the Thirst Burst drops from e.l.f. I love these drops. They sink right in, give your skin a glow, a little bit of hydration. I only use this ever as skin prep just because I know there are better niacinamide serums out there that actually do something. I don't see that this does anything in the long run, but this under makeup, it's like a glow drop, like a Glow Recipe glow drop. Brows today, I am using my absolute freaking favorite. This is the e.l.f. Percent. Oh, we're empty. Thank God I found another one, but we are also running very low. I need to go makeup essential shopping. I have lots of makeup, but I don't have a lot of essentials. Like, I really only have this brow pencil and this brow pencil. So I need to get a new brow pencil. I love that actually though. I feel like I never go through products, and I'm starting to this year. I've kind of been in my little project pan era, especially with body care. Makeup is a little bit harder because I do this type of thing and I love to review products for you guys. So it's a little bit different, but you know, I've been eating up a straight brow recently. I just love the way it lifts my face. The arch is cute for like a little arch, but nothing like insane. I'm gonna go in with my Lift and Snatch from NYX, and we're just gonna add some like fine brow hairs in there. To set those puppies in place, we are gonna use the NYX brow glue. If you want a strong hold brow glue, get this, because this is literally like glue, like it says in the name. This is actually glue. Like, this is actually glue in the bottle here. It says NYX brow glue on it, and they meant that shit, because holy crap, did this hold your brows in place. It also does smell like Elmer's glue, so I'm like, did they just take it from the bottle and put it in here and call it a day? I don't know, but it doesn't make your eyebrows crunchy by any means, so I don't think so. I need to prime, and for primer today, we are going to be using the Grippy Primer from Maybelline. Now, I usually go in with my e.l.f. one, which is also a really good option. This one's just a little bit less sticky, a little bit easier to move around on the skin, a bit more hydrating feeling, whereas the other one creates like a layer and a barrier. This also does, but in a different way. Okay, you guys, let's talk foundation because I have a lot here, and this looks overwhelming, but trust me, it's just different things for different skin types and preferences. First, we have the Lumi Matte Superstay Foundation from Maybelline. Long wearing Lumi Matte, so it's exactly what it says. It's like a satiny matte type of finish, but it has like a luminous this is described as a Lumi Matte foundation, which it kind of is. It's very satin, essentially. It's essentially a satin foundation. It's just a little bit more luminous, but it's also kind of matte. Lumi Matte, satin, kind of the same deal. Next we have the Born to Glow from NYX. This foundation is phenomenal. It is top tier. It has a medium to buildable coverage with a natural radiant finish. This is definitely more for those dry girls because it does have an intense glow, but even oily girls, if you set it correctly and prime correctly, you can get away with it. It is beautiful. You just might need to powder if you're a little bit oilier. This is the Skin Silk from Makeup Revolution Luminous Serum Foundation. It is so beautiful. Wears beautifully on oily skin and dry skin. It is just beautiful. Next, last but not least, we have the Superstay Skin Tint. These are for more my clean girl aesthetic people, because this, you can build this up to medium, but you're walking the light to medium fine line here with this foundation, but it is still beautiful. Wears beautifully. You can build it up or sheer it out, and yeah, just love it. Last but not least, we have my absolute favorite foundation from the drugstore. e.l.f. Soft Glam is the go-to. It is affordable. We're going to use the Skin Silk here. So like I said, this it says it's a serum. I don't know what the allegations recently have been with, I don't know what it is with brands, but they have been calling, I don't know what it is with brands, you guys. They call their foundations serums, and I'm like, what about this is a theorem? A serum. I think I'm gonna mix a little bit of this one in there, but.
Hey girl.
Yeah?
It's pizza subs. Let us know when you're hungry.
What time is it now?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Okay. Maybe like 20 minutes?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, so I'm honestly, I think I was just gonna, okay, so I'm using, for my foundation, I'm gonna use this Morphe brush. I'm not the biggest fan of this specific Morphe brush, but I don't have any other foundation brushes right now that are clean. So we're just gonna have to roll with it. Okay, so that's all applied to my face. I'm gonna have this foundation from Maybelline here, just on top of that, just because I want a better shade, to be honest with you, because this is a bit more my shade, but also I just want a little bit more coverage. I love mixing foundations together, you guys, because my skin looks so beautiful right now. And for the second layer, I'm going in with my beauty. I always apply my first layer with my brush, and then I go in with my beauty blender over top. And then if I add any more, it's always with the beauty blender. Don't know why, it just works for me. Like, look at the base. Are you joking? That's not fully applied. I'm just gonna add a little extra on my nose and my forehead and my, like, in between my brows there, because I have some redness going on. Then also on my chin. This foundation is all applied. We're gonna go in with our blush. Today we're gonna use the blushes from e.l.f. These are the liquid camo blushes. They're super affordable, very pigmented. They have a great shade range, so everybody can use these. To go in with the shade Pinky Promise. It'll match my background. I think it's so cute. I'm just gonna go on the high points of my face, and that's just for me to get a layout. I always blend my blush everywhere, just because I think it looks best on my face shape. I like to go into my cheek area, on my nose, everywhere. I always blend my blush in place first for like 30 seconds, and then I start to move it around. It gives you more control that way. And if you have to add more, you have to add more. It's like, I'd rather put too little than too much, because we can always add. It's harder to take away. I'm also going to do some bronzer. I'm going to take the Milani Cheek Kiss in the shade Hey Honey, and I'm just going to go on top of that. I usually do bronzer then blush, but I kind of forgot today because I was so excited to dive into the blush that I just forgot. So you know what? It happens. It happens. Of this bronzer though, it is so nice. It blends so nicely on your skin. I do recommend using a small brush like this, or even a more dense brush to blend this out, just because it can be harder to move because it is a cream and not a liquid. I'm just taking it all the way up to my forehead, into the cheekbone there, kind of all over my nose. I always bring my bronzer onto my eyelids as well. I just always do that for some reason. I think it looks so pretty. And then I go over with my damp sponge. Always a damp sponge on hand for me. There's never a time where I'm doing my makeup and I don't have one chilling with me. Guys, I'm back. I just did my concealer. I used the Soft Glam concealer, but I did film a TikTok for that, so I'm gonna add a tiny bit more blush, just because in that video that I just did for TikTok, I kind of got covered up because I was showing the coverage of the concealer. Okay, this is what the base is looking like. We are looking so flawless, so beautiful, so stunning. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna add a little bit of Halo Glow on top of our base. It's actually my favorite way to use the Halo Glow. Honestly, the Charlotte Tilbury as well. This is like my favorite way to use it. Just going on top of your makeup while it's damp or not set yet. I like using that under my makeup too, but this, it just adds a little something, you know, to the glow, to the We're gonna set using our Fit Me powder. Oh, I've just spilled it everywhere. But this powder is obviously a go-to of mine. This, like, drugstore powder number one, in my opinion, is always gonna be the Fit Me powder. Taking it on a damp, I'm taking it on my beauty sponge, wiping it on the back of my hand. You can use a powder puff, but mine have all been dirty since I've been doing so many crazy colorful looks. So I'm just taking this on my damp sponge and going all over my face with it. It's the OG way to set your face before powder puffs really became a thing. A damp beauty sponge and some powder. It really sets your makeup perfectly. This is what we're looking like, all set. We look gorgeous. We still have a little bit of a glow to our skin, which I love, but we're still set in the areas that need to be set. I'm also going to go over with a powder because I have oily skin. You actually do not need to do this step. If you have oily skin, I recommend it because my oils come through pretty quick, but you really don't need to do a double powder. I'm just taking the corresponding powder in the pressed version and going all over my face. the Fit Me range from Maybelline is like just one of the OG ranges at the drugstore, but also it's really worth it. It really is beautiful. A lot of the time I can't get into my inner corners under my eyes as much as I really would like to, so I take a brush like this and just go in with like a bit of that setting powder up into the crease and like the inner corner there. For bronzer today, I have a really exciting product, but I do want to show you guys or give you guys a little bit of lore behind this product specifically. We use the cream bronzer from Milani. We're actually going to use the powder bronzer they just came out with. This is their new baked bronzer, and this is in the shade Tuscan Tan 02, and I've already like swatched it because I literally couldn't contain myself when I bought this. I had to swatch it immediately, but I actually didn't use it yet, which I was proud of myself because I wanted to sit down on camera and talk about it before I actually used it. This is the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade 09 Dolce, okay? This is what it looks like. It's crusted, it's dusted, it's broken. Their baked formula from a very long time ago, but it is very beautiful on the skin. I'm hitting pan currently. So sad because I can't buy it ever again. However, this is what it looks like on the skin. It's just their old baked formula, which was one of my favorites. I just love the shade of this bronzer. There's something so specific. My hand, it just looks like a random bronzer that I have, but when you lay it on the face, it just has this certain blurring quality. I'm actually not filming that whole time, which is so lovely. I applied the bronzer. It's looking absolutely beautiful. The only qualm I really have with it is the sizing and the pricing. It does not match. We're gonna do some blush now. This is the CoverGirl True Blend blush. I am absolutely obsessed with their new baked formulas. I'm just so glad that they have come out with so many new baked formulas at the drugstore. Some of the most beautiful formulas I've ever tried, and they're my personal favorites. They have a little bit of sheen. Tell me that's not Hourglass. Literally can't. With a little bit of Berry Amore just because it's sitting here, and I think it's really cute. I use the shade Rose Latte of that CoverGirl blush. I'm gonna use a little bit of the Make It Last just to melt everything together. CoverGirl also just came out with a new setting spray that I really want to try. I don't know if we have it in Canada yet. It's like supposed to be their version of the powder melt. Okay, you guys, we're gonna move on to the eyes. I'm very excited to do the eyes today. I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something cute. I want to do something kind of sexy, kind of flirty, kind of, you know, that vibe. And I'm gonna blend this all the way up to my eyebrow and just kind of smoke it out. It's just a nice base to lay everything down, and since it's a cream eyeshadow or a liquid eyeshadow, it's not going to crease as bad. And then I'm going to blend a little bit of the setting powder on top of that. For my eyes today, I'm just going to take a little bit of this Revlon Skin Lights bronzer. I'm just going to throw this through the crease to start off, just to give a little bit of warmth and dimension. Use the Revlon Skin Lights bronzer, but you can honestly just use whatever bronzer that you use for your face. I don't know why I specifically went in with that bronzer, but I think it was just sitting there. And then under the eyes as well. And then I'm going to take like a small little fluffy brush and dip into that dark brown shade of the palette. It is like one of the most beautiful rich brown shades. Mine's broken. Do not travel with these, you guys. They break so easily. But I'm just going to pack that on the outer corners very lightly, and then I'm going to build it up. I don't want to do anything crazy because I'm just kind of going very natural today. I feel like I want to go very natural today, so I'm just going to put this on the outer corners and then some shimmer on the lid. I don't really have that many eyeshadows from the drugstore, really. I usually get all my eyeshadows if I'm going to get them from Morphe or like somewhere online, like ColourPop. If you're in the States, I guess ColourPop is sold at Ulta, and I think it's actually sold at Target now. So I would buy ColourPop shadows. They're beautiful. We just don't have that in Canada, unfortunately, which sucks. I'm just taking this under the lash line on the outer corners as well, just to smoke everything out. Take that shimmer shade, the lightest shimmer shade. Mine is again broken, and I'm going to take that on my pinky, and we're just going to put it on the lids in the inner corners. I'm also going to take a little bit of that other shimmer shade there and put it up beside it. Brown shade and do a wing, just because why not? I always love a wing. I'm going to do it on the inner corner and the outer corner. I'm going to take a brown liner, and I'm going to go on the waterline and the lash line. Shade Brownie Points from e.l.f. I'm keeping it on the outer part. Really fast by just adding a little bit of a darker bronzer on the tops of my nose. I always go in with the butter bronzer, so I'm going to use that today. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to. I just like it because I think it makes your nose look so cute. I'm going to take a small blending brush, blend it out, you know. Later today, I'm going to use this Makeup Revolution highlighter. I think it's so beautiful. Look at that highlight, and I'm going to swatch it for you guys. Like, are you joking? I'm gonna use this on my nose, inner corners, the whole 9. I use my Lash Sensational top tier a plump lip shaper. This is in the shade Cafe Latte. I believe these liners are new, and I'm absolutely obsessed with them. Okay, and then for the rest of the lip combo, I'm gonna go in with a little pink lip tint. I'm gonna use the one from e.l.f. in the shade Left on Red. These lip tints are so good, you do not need the... So this is the lip gloss in the shade Bit of Honey. Okay, you guys, this is the finished look using all drugstore products. I feel like this is a very cute, flirty look for Valentine's Day. If you want, I can do a really sexy, like, darker version of this. This is a full look using only drugstore products. I think this would be so cute for Valentine's Day. This is the finished look. I think it is so cute, so flirty for Valentine's Day. It's giving, like, Valentine's Day lunch. You know what I mean? It's giving, like, we go out during the day and, like, this is what I wear. If you guys want me to do, like, a darker, deeper version, like I'll go all out on the eyes kind of thing, we'll do that in another video, but it's kind of hard to achieve that when I don't really have that many drugstore eyeshadows, so I can do another one. It just won't be all drugstore, but this is so cute and I love it so much. Everything looks good. The base is like eating. I haven't used this specific NYX butter gloss in a long time, and I'm so glad because it just adds like a cute little pop of color to the look. Like, I never really thought that this would be a lip combo that I use, but I really like it because it's like you have your nude and then you have like this pop of red and like a little bit of a more nude gloss. I absolutely love it. Even this would be really cute just on its own. But anyway, you guys, this is the finished look. If you liked it, if you made it this far, make sure you give a like, subscribe, you know, leave a comment, leave what you want to see next. For each and every one of you, thank you for watching. I love you so much. I love you.